Hello everyone, my name is AndrewAJT, and today we're going to go over the top 5 critical goals in Old School RuneScape. So the definition of critical is, according to Google, having a decisive or crucial importance in success. So today we're going to talk about a few things you can do in Old School RuneScape to really set your account up for success. People ask me all the time, Andrew, I'm sick of being a noob. What should I be doing? What should I be working on? And these are some goals you should really set for yourself. A lot of them can be done by newer players, and you might have some of these done already, but a lot of people surprisingly do not have these things done, so let's jump right in. The first critical goal in Old School RuneScape is to get high base stats, especially at least base 40s. Base 40 stats is a very easy goal. You can get this within a week or two very, very easily, and it will make your account so much better. One of the first things I look at when evaluating accounts is someone's stats, and more often than not, I see that level 9 hunter level, and I'm like, wow, I just completely cringe. This game is very much built upon being a little bit of a jack of all trades. You can't just be really good at mining and suck at all the other skills. You need to train all of them up at least a little bit to have levels for quests, diaries, items, things like that. They are very important to do. Many people feel that training skills from level 1 is very boring and slow, and you're right, so you actually don't have to train skills from level 1. In fact, for almost every single skill in the game, you can train it from level 1 by doing quests. Quests give a lot of experience rewards early on. For example, the Knight's Sword quest gives you 29 smithing from level 1. That's way faster than just training it. So you get the rewards from the quests, and you also get your early levels up very quickly. Of course, the Waterfall quest is a good example. You get 30 attack and strength. There's pretty much a quest like that for almost every skill in the game. This article from the OSRS wiki gives you a list of all of them, and it's very helpful. I'll put it down below. The second critical goal in Old School is to complete all Medium Diaries at least. Diaries are similar to quests in that they unlock things and give you a lot of advantages in your account. They give you teleports, XP rewards, special items that you can get back for free and are useful in the wilderness. They give you shortcuts, they give you free money every day with battle stabs, they give you extra XP when training. It's really impossible to overstate the importance of doing these achievement diaries. Doing these diaries is really just about saving yourself so much time in the long run. For example, the Varrock Medium Diary, it allows you to teleport directly to the GE instead of much farther away in Varrock Square. And this maybe saves 20 seconds every single time you go to the GE. And that adds up a lot over time. Really not doing the diaries and just playing without their rewards is almost like running with weights on your ankles. It's just going to slow you down in every aspect of the game because of how important they are. And once you have this completed, you can also go try to knock out some of the hard diaries and the elite diaries. Both have extremely good rewards and are worth the grind. The third critical goal in Old School RuneScape is high agility. This is one that so many people neglect. In my opinion, it might just be the most important skill in the game. I know it's really annoying to train, it's just running around in circles for a few hours. It's not very fun, but the good news is it's not click intensive, it's very mindless. The rooftop agility is very, very easy to do, and after 10 or 15 minutes, I usually notice that I'm not even really paying attention. I'm just completely autopilot, watching YouTube or whatnot, just completely AFKing. And some people might say, well, I'm too cool for school, I'm just going to bring 6 stamina potions to everywhere I go. This is very inefficient, and if you have high agility, you actually don't even need stamina potions in many cases, especially when you combine it with things like a pool in your house to get your run energy back. You don't even need the highest level ornate pool. You can actually just use one of the mid-level pools and get full run every single time. And there's even more benefits beyond that. Of course, if you get enough marks of grace from the rooftop agility courses, you can buy a full set of Graceful, which gives you 30% faster run restoration, which is very, very important for many skills such as rune crafting. It's nice for doing clues, really anything where you have to travel a lot around the game. It's a big time help for. And beyond that, you can trade in marks of grace for amylase, which is worth quite a bit of GP, and you could also go for the agility pet. I'm not saying you have to go nuts and get level 99 agility. In fact, the levels past level 70 are actually not very important. They actually barely make a difference in your run energy restoration. But the levels before 70 agility are very, very important. The difference between level 1 and level 50 agility is just massive. You can also unlock a lot of shortcuts with agility, which can be both wilderness escapes and huge time savers all around the game, so these are very helpful. The fourth critical goal in Old School is to get the big 3 untradeable item sets. These are 3 items which are very, very important for PvM combat, and you'll be using them almost all the time. The first one is the Fire Cape, which you get from the Fight Caves minigame. This minigame allows you to really test your combat skills and to prove yourself as a PvMer for the first time. It's one of the first big PvM challenges most Old School players will encounter. JAD is really not too hard. It used to be actually a little more difficult when the game came out because the range weapons were limited. But now there's a lot more medium level gear that can make the whole process a lot quicker. The waves are not very difficult at all. They really have never been. So the only thing you might struggle with is JAD. And it's okay to struggle with JAD a little bit. Most people do struggle with JAD a little bit on their first few tries. It actually took me 6 tries back over 10 years ago to complete my first JAD, but now I can pretty much kill JAD in my sleep. If you do struggle with JAD, I actually made a tips video a very long time ago, which surprisingly holds up. I'll throw that down below. The second big item is actually a set. It's the Void Armor. You definitely need the top, bottom, and gloves, and then you can get at least 2 out of the 3 helmets. The ranged one is by far the best. It gives you a huge boost to your range damage and accuracy, and it's very useful for training and pretty much doing any sort of range off task where you don't need a lot of defense. The melee helmet is quite good as well. It gives you a good melee accuracy and strength bonus. It's not as great as the ranged one, but I do recommend getting it for things like the Corporal Beast and other bosses. The mage helm isn't very useful at all, but it is good for tri-birding at places like Barrows, so I do recommend getting it if you're just going to get all of the pieces anyway. If you complete the Candor and Hard Diary, you can upgrade your Void to give you extra prayer bonus, which makes it even that much better. Once you're done with pest control, the other item I recommend is the Fighter Torso from Barbarian Assault. This doesn't give more than average defense, but it gives amazing melee strength +4. That is the same as the Bandos chestplate. Even if you can afford a BCP, it's worth getting this item. It's very, very good, and Barbarian Assault is really not very difficult of a minigame. Some people don't like it because of the Defender role, but you can actually use the red eggs from the Collector to help with the Penance Runners, and it does not affect the points. It's also good to get the Fighter Hat. This gives you a lot of melee offensive bonuses, and if you're new to this minigame, there's actually a pretty good in-game tutorial that makes it very, very easy, and actually quite fun with a good group of friends. Alright, so I don't think anyone saw this coming, but the most important critical goal you can have is to smash that like button. Alright, I'm just kidding, but please do that. The fifth and most critical goal in Old School is to complete the Recipe for Disaster quest with 100% completion. Doing this allows you to buy Barrows gloves, which are such a good item. They're one of the most powerful items in the game in your glove slot. They give you almost like a 5 or 10 combat level boost, no matter what form of combat you're using, because they give amazing melee, mage, and range bonuses all in one glove. But like we always say, it's not about the end result. Sometimes it's about the journey, and because completion of Recipe for Disaster requires 175 quest points, you'll be doing all sorts of useful quests along the way, which unlock amazing rewards. You'll get so much XP rewards and also the ability to complete more achievement diaries. On your journey to the quest point goal, you can also unlock Fairy Rings, the Salve Amulet, the Holy Wrench, Cooking Gauntlets, the Dragon Scimitar, a Royal Seed Pod, Monkfish Fishing, and that's just scratching the surface. There's so many big unlocks for your account just waiting there. So yes, those are the top 5 critical goals in Old School RuneScape. If you get all these goals completed, I promise you'll have a pretty damn good account, and you'll be a very above average player in the game. This guide was obviously designed for lower or medium level players, so if you guys want to see a similar video for goals for higher level players, definitely let me know in the comments. I do already have a video called Top 10 Paths to Riches, which if you just want to make a lot of GP on your account, I definitely recommend you check that out. There's a bit of overlap with this video, but I think you'll find it helpful, so I'll put it in the end screen and also in the description. In the community tab poll this week, I wanted to know if people typically use tick manipulation methods while skilling, which are the high click intense methods where you get a lot of XP very fast. And surprisingly, only 13% of people said they do use them often, and 87% of people said they do not. I'm actually part of the 87% of people here because I never use them. I like to be efficient, but in my experience, efficiency is just being able to set goals and follow them. the speed of which you do it doesn't necessarily matter. It's just about having a plan. I don't mind if you use them, but they're really just not for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel so you can see my uploads every week. It's totally free, and you can also hit the bell icon to get notifications every time I upload, which is typically every Tuesday. You can join my clan chat up on screen, AndrewAJT62. Everyone's invited and you're totally welcome to join. You can also join our clan Discord down below. We have over 700 members now, which is really insane. Follow me on Twitter down below, I'll follow you back. You can follow me on Twitch down below. And if you want to support the channel even further, you can check out my Patreon page, where I offer various benefits for different levels of support. This is an amazing way to support the channel. You can get video sponsorship, and I'm always open to new ideas of patron benefits. That will be in the end screen, as well as all of the videos I mentioned earlier. Thanks to each and every one of you for watching and sticking through the whole video. I love you all, and I'll see you next week. Take care, everyone.